The Court of Public Opinion is a part of the Amateur Radio Network. You're listening to the Court of Public Opinion. What I saw in the last 48 hours, I saw so many great opportunities for people to get behind what I see is a total, breakdown. I think the message is wrong. I'm going to refer to Alex Jones. I would go as far as that's torture. For Alex Jones, that had to be real torture for him to read that letter on air, meaning the master manipulators are still very effective at convincing a lot of people that you're a sellout. And that's exactly what a pedophile will do and a pedophile ring will do. They have convinced the public that Alex Jones is the bad guy. And they've convinced a lot of people. They're very good at controlling both sides. Master manipulators. Make sure you understand how much torment and torture a family, including myself, have confronted. Read Anne Ryan, Atlas Shrugged. I don't believe this movement is going to shrug this off. Actually, not at all. Not from what I saw in the speakers there. Unfortunately, some of us could not travel to Washington, D.C. I spent every living day since I was 14 years old confronting this issue. I do not know my subscribers by name. I don't know them personally, but I'm going to tell you, I can document every time we confronted a pedophile or matters revolving it, and every time they falsely accused people around me, and it literally personally destroyed us. So no question, I'm watching them personally destroy people that are innocent people. This is the ultimate form of torment and torture. That's what they're really into. They're going to torment and torture you with lack of information. The real mystery is that you don't have to unlock a mystery. The evidence is obvious when you look at a victim and how much they have suffered in the mental, psychological torment that went on. It is pure torture to separate children from each other. This is like, to me, as Hitler-esque as it gets. And when I and many of us around us had to be separated because of the torment that we were witnessing, and I hear subscribers in my post that downplay what we have lived through. I personally don't know who you are, but this is what they do, okay? This is what they do. The master manipulators will convince you had the problem. And that's exactly what they're doing to Alex Jones. I'm sitting here watching people, squabble. You could see there's real fear. There's real torment. People really tormented over this. And the only difference between me and some of you guys is that I know what their game is about. I know the mental games they're playing. I've witnessed it. I've witnessed somebody like John Podesta. I lived with it. He is a psychopath. He's a psychotic. No one would want to be around him, much less near him, and his alter ego. To live through this, for a child to live through that and survive and be able to even utter the words, the only thing I can personally do is speak for that little boy that he tormented, because I was that little boy. And I know what that little boy's enduring. Fear like you've never understood. So I'm not going to listen to my subscribers. When it comes to this one issue, I'm going to take the side of somebody who's right now in front of us being tormented and tortured. And no one even seems to recognize that. Alex Jones is sitting there being threatened. So when I see these subscribers, I don't have any loyalty to you. I have more humanity, more heart. I've risked my own personal life at 14 years old, and since then, we have lived with it. We shook at night. And I'm going to tell you, I confronted it firsthand. I don't have to argue with you guys. I don't have to argue here. I don't have to debate with anybody. We lived it. You either take the side of the innocent people involved or you don't. You either try to make a boogeyman or you don't. Alex Jones is not the big boogeyman. I'm telling you. He's just another victim of the same psychological traps that they put before you. You got to be smarter than that. I'm listening to some of the SEALs. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Because I know some of you personally. I know some of the SEALs personally. And I know what they said. I know what they're saying is real. And I personally talked to them about this. And thank you. Thank you. Because I have more respect for you. Because at the end of the day, your team's got to stay together. And that's the way it is. And some people, they don't know the idea of loyalty. When it comes to life and death, man, I confronted it. And I'm going to tell you, some of you guys have too. And I personally know this. And we have a code. We have an honor code. We don't sell people out. I'm not going to sell people out like Alex Jones. Because at the end of the day, he knows what's really going on. And so do many of you. When you're a team, you stay a team. I'm going to tell you the only reason we lose these battles is because people sell each other out on the most minimal things. Because at the end of the day, we're going to push on. And we're going to win this battle. We're going to win this battle. I've been winning every battle, and I didn't have a group or a team, but now I do. And I got the backing. See, to me, this is personal. This is personal for some of us. See, watching and confronting pedophiles and all the manipulating traps that were put before us, watching my own dad get accused of it instead of the pedophile, this is personal for us. I was confronted with it in 2009 again. And everyone got around the pedophile. Instead of having my back. So I know how easy people betray innocent people. And I'm going to tell you, the victims know better. They know. They know how easy people will run out on them. Because at the end of the day, this is not one of those things. It's not a one-time deal. It is an ongoing problem. And it's so big, but you nip it in the butt every time. See, the thing is, the victims understand something a lot of you guys don't understand. And I disagree. Not all victims are going to keep abusing. The thing is, we have a society of sellouts that'll sell you out so quickly. We don't have people that back us. We don't have people that support us. At the end of the day, they're disappearing. They don't want anything to do with this. They're running as far away from this as possible. You can't run from something like this. You know, when I look in the eyes of some of those victims and they know we're dedicated, we're serious, we're not going to settle. And when I hear some of those guys in the speakers talk about the terms of a surrender, thank you. I applaud you, because you're more stand up than some of these people that are the computer warriors that sit back, wait for somebody to do it. You're going to either stand up and show up, and you're going to start confronting this head on. And you're going to stop looking at other people and attacking them because you don't agree with something they said that was out of line. Listen, you need your warriors. You got to recruit your warriors. You know, Alex Jones is one of the best warriors, so he's down, but he's not out, dude. I'm telling you. I'm going to say it for him. They made him write that statement. They made him do that. That's a form of torture if you haven't figured it out. And anyone that sells you guys out, hey, you know what? Hey, more power to them, because I'm going to tell you, you can't win this battle alone. You need a team, and you need the best team possible, and you need the smart people that know how to win against them, or you're on the losing side. And that's the end, because I got my team. We are not on the losing side. So as for those sellouts, this is for you. You can sell out your friends, you can sell out anybody, you can sell out your own family. But at the end of the day, who's going to be the warriors? Who's going to be the winners? And I'm going to tell you, we have some winners on our side. Because I'm going to tell you, the worst kind of person is the sellouts. It's not, you know, as much as that abuser, that victimizer, as bad as he is, they're just as bad. That's your crop. That's what you guys are dealing with. When you look at the people that sell you out and the pedophiles, they're all in the same category.